Well, again, it's all conditions based, right? So it's always great to look in hindsight when somebody does really well. Could you have used him differently? And that's something that we will discuss internally. We've always had our strategies in place of how we want to structure, particularly the power play. I thought we started really well in that first 2 overs. But unfortunately, we lost it towards the back end there. And we're always fighting when you're not really taking wickets in that middle phase. You're always trying to chase the game. So unfortunately, as the wicket got better, 142 was never going to be enough. Well, I think from a conditions perspective, we might see something similar. It was uniquely different. I thought, coming to Newlands, having played here for many years and seeing the wicket as slow as it was, particularly in the first innings. So that's certainly something that we've prepared for going into Friday's game. So our conversation and preparation will lead into that. But at the end of the day, there's enough experience in our team. Unfortunately, we just didn't execute this time round, and hopefully we can find our way come Friday. I think it can come into play from time to time, particularly when the conditions dictates whether you're going to play an extra spinner or extra seamer. I don't think teams will tinker too much in terms of batting lineups or top six, but I think with that spinner or seamer could come into play, particularly if you're going to be chasing. Does that then warrant you to maybe play an extra seamer or so forth? It's great innovation. I think the uniqueness about starting a new league, you have to come with something fresh, and the regulations that we've brought in is pretty exciting. So hopefully we can find our way of how to use it to our advantage. Well, I think we need to start at the start, really, where we always knew that having a look at the wicket, the conditions were going to play a big part. So I thought the toss had some sort of favour there to Mumbai. But look, at the end of the day, when you get 142, you got to feel that you're in the game. It's a competitive score. But unfortunately, in the bowling department, a few opportunities went to begging. Different ball game, possibly, if we took that first one. Bit of pressure in the power play. But all in all, my assessment of it is our execution, unfortunately, wasn't up to standard. And that's something obviously we will have a internal address and opportunity to rectify. It's the first game of the tournament. You don't want to scratch where it's not really itching. I think importantly for us, it's just to look at some of the positives out of this game and how do we find those character wins. For me, it was just great to be out again. In terms of a domestic setup, great to have a full packed stadium at Newlands. How good was that? So lots to be thankful for, but more importantly now it's about looking forward and seeing how we can get back on that bus.